Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Take with Dibyansu. We are going to learn one of the most fundamental topic in computer network and the 7 layer. Okay, let's start. What is OSI model? Okay, OSI stand for a open system interconnection. It is a 7 layer framework create so that different computer and device across the world can communicate smoothly with each other. Okay, we always count the layer from the layer 7 down to one layer. Okay, when sending data, let's start top. Okay, first, application layer, the user interface. This is the top layer. Okay, closed the end user. It provides network service directly to software application. Key protocols of HTTP, HTTPS, SMTPS, FTPS and DNS. Okay, hypertext of, okay, function v browsing, email and file transferring. Okay, all keywords are preparing a next video. Okay, then again of a real life example for this. Imagine you open a food delivery app like Swiggy or Zomato on your phone. You select your favorite dish and top place order. The app screen where you interested is layer 7. It is your starting point. Okay, like a food and place. Okay, then again presentation layer. Okay, what say next is layer of presentation layer. Think of is a layer as the translate and security of the network. If perform three jobs. First, formatting, converting data into stand for like JPEG, MP3 or JSON file. Okay, encryption and description, SSL, TSL and security, and comparison of recording the file of size so it travel a factor. Okay, suppose a real life example. Imagine you're writing a letter in English and translates into span. Your friend can read it up, putting it inside a look safe before a shipping it. Okay, then again session layer. Session layer, this layer is responsible for a and establishing, maintaining, and closing a connection between two devices. It keeps the connection active while you transfer data and adds and checkpoints so you does not lose progress. Okay, suppose protocols are NetBIOS, RPC, PPTP. Okay, then again real life of example. Think of making of phone calls. You dial the number of, okay, of established session, talk continuous with overlapping maintain session, and say goodbye before hanging up or terminate. Okay, session. Then again of transport layer. Transport layer, this is where reliability and delivery happen. Okay, the transport layer breaking big data in a smaller unit called a segment. It are used to frames and protocols. Okay, here there are two type of sending of data. First of TCP and UDP. Okay, reliable TCP, reliable check from error and resending data. UDP, super fast, used for live videos streaming and gaming. Okay, imaging a real life example for imaging. Okay, check imaging a sending a having 1000 page, okay, textbook by post to chop in into 100 uh, numbers and couriers and parcel. If book hashtag suppose gets lost of during delivery, the couriers of company resend only a box. Okay, next again, network layer, okay, of technology role. What I say, this layer are handle of routing, closing address. Okay, data here is called packets. Okay, data here called packets. The main protocol here is a IP internet protocol. Okay, IP internet protocol, and the key hardware used of router. Suppose a real life example of, think a Google map or GPS of navigation. The network layer looks at your IP address like a city hospital zip code and a friend best highway route to send data from Delhi to Mumbai. Okay, again, of a data link layer. What say, data link layer, while layer 3 routers data across different network layer to delivery data locally with the same network. Okay, suppose in a Mac network, data there are called a frame. IT use a physical hardware address called a Mac layer found one your network interface card and work of through switch. Okay, suppose a real life example for this. Think of the local postman, okay, walking down your street, checking the door plate and dropping the letter right into a house door. Okay, then again, a physical layer. Physical layer, finally, research layer of physical layer. Here all are formatted data and convert into raw binary bits. Okay, 0 and 1, and and transmitted as a electrical signal, light pulse or radio waves. It include hardware like Ethernet cable, fiber optics, Wi-Fi, antennas on hubs. Okay, suppose I have a real life example. This actual alphabet road and delivery van of physical railway track that carriers that a parcel to its a final destination. Okay, then again, of seven layer. First, data, application data, user interface and network. Okay, and next of presentation layer, formatting, encryption and translating. Okay, session and managementing and synchronization of phone calls and step and, okay, transport layer of segment end to end delivery, TCP UDP. Okay, network layer and packets, IP routing across network, GPS, CT, okay, and pin code highway router, okay, data link layer frame, a MAC address, local postman and doors, okay, and physical bits, okay, of electrical and light, radio and signals, okay. Then again, how remember of the orders, okay, top to bottom, okay, bottom to top, okay. Then again, thank you very much and subscribe my channel, okay. Bye bye boys.